Hi everyone, I hope you all are great. Today we'll have adverbs. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 8. Chapters adverb, lesson is transition and conjunctive adverbs. So after clicking on the aplusstudent.com, you move over here and you click on your name. Go to English, which is also language arts. Then you scroll down to grade 8. And under grade 8, we will go to adverbs. Alright, so conjunctive adverbs are words that connect two sentences or independent clauses and show the relationship between them. So they are words that connect two sentences or independent clauses and show the relationship between them. Conjunctive adverbs can help readers understand how ideas within a piece of writing relate to one another. Now, for instance, conjunctive adverbs can show cause and effect. So we have the adverbs that show cause and effects are consequently, therefore, as a result. Now, it can also compare or contrast, and then these are the adverbs. Likewise, however, on the contrary, add information, moreover, in addition, furthermore. Introduce elaboration, incidentally, for example, in facts. Okay. So to use a conjunctive adverb, consider how the idea in the text relates to one another and what relationship are suggested by different conjunctive adverbs. Okay. So an avid traveler, Sarah visits several foreign countries each year. Consequently, she has accumulated a large collection of souvenirs from around the world. The conjunctive adverb consequently shows that Sarah's traveling is the reason that she has collected so many souvenirs. Okay, so you have to use a conjunctive adverb that aligns with the sentence. You cannot just use conjunctive adverb that doesn't go well with your sentence. You have to make sure that it shows the connection and it shows the relationship between the words. Okay. All right, let's go on and see some test questions. So we have complete the sentence with a better conjunctive adverb. So for this, you have to use the better one. So we have to improve your soccer skills, develop control by dribbling the ball close to your feet, study how the best players handle the ball, and try their moves yourself. Keep practicing. So what do we have here? What's the best conjunctive adverb? Because We have an empty space here after keep practicing. So we have finally, keep practicing. Okay. So the finally here shows that if you want to improve your soccer playing, you have to do the, you know, basic necessities like could develop a control and then study how to close the ball or dribble the ball with your feet. Okay. So finally. So one might assume that well-known painter Vincent van Gogh was highly successful during his lifetime while he painted more than 800 canvases. Just one sold when he was alive, the Red Vineyard. So what's the best conjunctive adverb here? We have what? On the contrary, while he painted more than 800 canvases. Okay? So on the contrary, better connects ideas in the text. It shows an assumption. Okay? So yeah. So we have Leo was born and raised in Louisiana and is an expert when it comes to Cajun cuisine. Then Dash the partisan asks how to cater their Cajun themed party. So we have what? Hence, okay, so as a result to this, because she was raised here and she's an expert of that place or that cuisine, she was asked to cater for the party. All right, let's go to the test and you can share your answers with me, okay? If you have any question, you can ask me. So we have to complete this text with the better conjunctive adverb. Is it however as a result? What do you think is the right answer here? So what do we have here? Okay, so we have as a result, okay? So to improve your soccer skills, develop control by dribbling the ball close to your feet, study how the best players handle the ball and try their moves yourself. Keep practicing first to second. So what's the answer here? Okay, so we have finally. Then one might assume that well-known painter Vincent van Gogh was highly successful during his lifetime. While he painted more than 800 canvases just once sold when he was alive. The Red Vineyard, first or second. Okay, so we have on the contrary. Then what we have here is however or also. So, writer Zora Neale Hurston struggled to achieve success during her lifetime, and when she died in 1960, she was almost unknown. Dutch author Alice Walker later rekindled interest in Hurston's work, and now Hurston's novel Their Eyes Were Watching God is considered an American classic. So, is it, however, also here? We have what? However. Then Leah was born and raised in Louisiana and is an expert when it comes to Cajun cuisine. Dash the pattern asked her to cater their Cajun themed party, first to second. Okay, so we have hens. Um, Diana's field hockey team won the state championship earlier today. That she and her teammate had an excuse for their rather boisterous behavior at Dinner's restaurant tonight, first to second. So what do we have here? Okay, so we have what? Hence. So the movie we watched last night had the same overused formula. Boy meets girl, they date, they break up, and in the end they get back together. I was entertained first to second. Okay, so we have nevertheless. Then I need to do laundry, walk the dog, take out the garbage, empty the dishwasher, and go grocery shopping today. Mrs. Stone and Mrs. Stone, and when her son asks out for a ride to the movie theater, I'm busy. Nevertheless, or in other words. So, in other words, I am busy. So, otherwise, or as a result, what do we have here? So American composer Philip Glass is known for his quirky music composition. In the 1960s, he was influenced by Indian star player Ravi Shankar and began to question traditional treatments of melody, tempo, and harmony. Glass started composing minimalist composition, repetitive rhythm. So we have what as a result. So some people might assume that space is a pristine and infinite void, that it is filled with orbiting garbage, a layer of used rocket boosters, nuts, bolts, camera lens, caps, paint particles, and more surrounds its first to second. So what do we have? We have on the contrary, okay. Some wild animals are primarily monogamous. Swans, for instance, form bonds that last many years and sometimes for life. French angelfish live, hunt, and travel with their chosen mates and form bonds that often last their entire lives, first to second. Okay, so we have likewise. So short reports such as Phytosaurus, Diplodocus were herbivores, they were plant eaters. First or the second here? Okay, so we have what? In other words, okay. So our SUV broke down on the highway and we were stranded for hours. A tow truck came and gave us a ride to the nearest service station. Finally, or in other words. So we have finally. Okay. Alright, that's it for our lesson today under adverbs. Can you tell me if you have any question? Alright, since we have no questions, we'll end here. Complete this lesson if you haven't. See you next time. Bye.